I'm excited. So, this is my vision board. I worked on this at the beginning of the year. Here we are. It's currently June, so a little behind on showing this, but I did this quarterly. So, like first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and then fourth quarter. So, I don't know if this is going to be just for this year or for 2 years. I usually do these about every year or two, just depending. So it's just a whole wraparound of what I want to focus on. We'll start in the center. This is just my little reminder. I have everything I need in life. I have all the tools, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I have all the tools to be able to do what I need to do in life. I just need to put the pieces together. And sometimes those are life lessons that I still need to learn, or just, random thought one day where I'm like, oh my gosh, why haven't I been doing that? And then everything comes together. But I'm working on wealth and abundance and prosperity. Those are the main focuses. In this little corner, alright, so at the end of 2024, it was a little rough. So starting my year off was a little rough. So I really needed some reminders to find that balance in life, have faith in the process, let things go that need to be let go of, find harmony, just surround myself with positivity and tune into who I am, trust the process, have faith in myself. I've gone through worse stuff and I've gotten myself out of it. So I really had to lean into that faith of I will find a way. I have the skills. I'm set. Like, we're good. The next corner, I kind of did these, I put them on the board in order, but I focused on them a little differently. So once I felt decent about all this going on, I started focusing on my income. So I was in a lot of debt. I'm not gonna lie, wasn't happy about it, not proud of it. And I was to the point where I was able to pay the minimums, thank God, but I was barely able to pay minimums on everything, and I just needed a relief, basically. Don't we all? But again, I talked about like a random thought process. I'm like, why did I not think of that before? Something like that happened. I'll explain that in another video. But I found my missing piece. I figured it out. I was able to save myself like thousands of dollars of debt, and it worked out. So I'll gladly tell you guys that story if you'd like to know. And then the next one, which is my current phase, because here we are in June. So I am right on track, all right? So I found my balance, my harmony, my faith in myself. Like, we're good. My money, it's still, as always, as anyone can tell you, even millionaires, money is always a work in progress as far as investments, everything. So that's still set, but this is way better than it was at the beginning of the year, so I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. Now is the love life, because this bitch has been single for a while. I'm currently talking, dating, whatever you want to say. I'm looking for love, and I don't want just a hookup. I don't want just, something short-term satisfied. Like, here's a wedding photo. Not saying I want to get married in the next year or two. That's a little fast. If I'm, talking about here we are, June 2025, to try to get married by the end of the year, that's a little too much for me. Each to each their own. But no, that is the goal, though. I talk to people, and I date with the intention of seeing if this is something long-term, because that's what I want in my life. So that's still a work in progress, but that means I'm right on track for this year, if this is just to be this year's vision board and not go on to next year. But I might keep it, because I might change it up. I don't know yet. But then this last little corner is strength, because all quadrants of this vision board have taken an intense amount of strength. I'm a natural born Leo, so I put a lot of lions on here, and August through December is technically like the last quarter of the year. So I'll be in my natural Leo phase of life, and I'm going to end the year strong. That's the goal. I'm also turning 29 this year, so I put, here's to 2025 being the best year ever, and here's to turning 30 next year. Oh my gosh, I'm already going to be 30.